Tell me when. When? Okay. Hello, everyone. Thank you all for joining us. First of all, wait a minute. Sarah, aren't you supposed to be working today? No? Can't speak? Okay, use sign language. 6 o'clock, oh. I see. Well, I'm glad you're here. First of all, this is the first time that I notice we have 4 way places, well, 3 way places online, besides us. That is, I see participation from Jewel Mountain Temple, from Gold Force in San Jose, and Jewel Conch from Seoul as well. So it's nice that we all can be together. It's a wonderful thing about the internet and technology. And thank you all for helping us make it happen. You know, it's such a complicated thing. I don't understand it, but somehow the professionals told us how, the way they could make it happen, pull it together is incredible. So kudos to you. Good job. Okay? Thank you all very much. We can all share this, share our knowledge and our experiences. In particular, I'd like to point out to you also present today is Master Xianjie. He'll be next week. He'll start teaching the chant class for level. Is it 1 or 0? I don't. Should we call it what, level 0 or level 1? 0 to me is clearer than 1. But anyway, 1, level 1, where a little bit lighter, where he is not as demanding as our classes. So we were lucky to have many competent students who are able to, at this point in their training program, they're able to, I feel they're ready to be able to be taught how to train people properly, okay? So we're starting this level 1 classes. First of all, Master Xianjie volunteered. He's been, it's a long road for him, but he's been with me for over 10 years, yes? Around 10 years or so, and 10 years of tough training. We, unfortunately, are one of the toughest Weiyang training programs there is in the U.S., if not in the world. And he somehow managed to survive the last 10 years to the point now where he's able to have his own class. I think you're ready, okay? Yeah, it's just a matter of putting the chant people say, test the light with the wind. See how well the light or the candle light can handle the wind. Okay, did you have something to say, Master Xianjie? So the class begins what time? Next weekend? Next week?
Yes, in 1 week at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
Next Friday.
8 o'clock California time. Let's make it, California time, okay? This class here, because in the U.S. we have the time, the daylight savings time, so we're going to change it a little bit by season. But we will pick the starting time of this class, my class here, for Asia, at the same time as what is the time right now? 9 o'clock in Seoul, or something like that, right? 10 o'clock in Seoul right now. Okay, so our time for my class here is starts at 9 a.m. in Seoul. That's our tradition. We have a chant class on Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Okay, so that's why we peg this to the starting time for Seoul for now. Okay, and then Master Xianxie's class is more custom tailored for the California time, right? Friday night, where there's some people who would like to come and charge up before they go and party. Yes, so that's why for his class, it's let's call it level 1. Level 1 Chan class would start at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Could you tell us more about it? An hour, 20 minutes, or what? How does that work?
Well, we were talking about starting off with some stretching, which is a little easier for newcomers to start off with that.
Okay.
And then probably do a short sit at the beginning, followed by some instruction talk.
Very good.
And then we were thinking of making an additional sit at the end that could be maybe even optional. So we
should try to have 5-10 minutes to close it out.
At least a short sit.
Yeah, for a silent sit. That's what I tried to do too when I first started. So that people, after the silent sit, they're energized and they can take off and go party.
Yeah, and I was thinking we can, do our best to make it more accessible, and that we're not pushing the 1 hour full lotus so much, but still try to give people who can improve the chance to work up to it and just keep their legs crossed. So I guess if we do say a walking break after, in the middle, we can people who are a little more advanced, we can encourage them to keep sitting, or people who are newer, we encourage them to walk.
Very good. Excellent. So it's to be developed, because over time we find out more how to take care of level 1 people, right? Right now, my class is supposedly the highest level, so we have to have different class levels. And we also have another class level 2. Xian is teaching class level 3, I believe. Okay, it's more interpretation of what people don't understand when they listen to my Dharma talks, my stuff like that. So, okay, and level 2 is more training for full lotus, 1 hour pushing for that. Okay, all right. So. You're most welcome to join us, and tell your friends and acquaintances. It's not a scary thing, but the objective is to graduate them gradually from different levels, so that they don't feel. See, in the past we are very constrained in space, so I was only interested in teaching taking care of the elite students, the people with good potential, high potential, and help them quickly. So that was my interest. But now that I have a lot more students who are very competent, I feel that we should reach out to accommodate more people, so that my students also not only are they learning how to teach, but they also are accruing blessings for themselves. That is, unlike my master, who really never really trained his disciples how to teach properly. Okay, the Wei-Yang style. I intend to train my students and prepare them for the time when I be gone. Okay, I can't wait to retire. In Vietnam, believe it or not, I have reached retirement age. This is the golden age for the Vietnamese, where we quit and then we go and to the mountain, to the rivers, the valleys, and travel leisurely, and we don't have to work anymore. That's my personal dream too. Either do that or go to the mountain and disappear. But so I try to stick around as long as I can. There's so much work to be done because my late Chinese teacher was hoping to bring Mahayana back to Asia and to the rest of the world. So I have waited for 25 years to see it happen. It hasn't happened yet. So I figure that I might have to do it myself. If you want something, then you better off doing it yourself and not blame anyone. Okay, so that's why we're doing this. But trust me, personally, I'm a Vietnamese deep down, and I prefer to be retired and take it easy, put my feet up, and enjoy life. All right, but it's not meant to be. So many children to take care of, so many young people, young stallions to train, so I have no choice, but stick around for a while. All right. Also, furthermore, anything else you'd like to add? Contact who? Well, how do you find out?
We still need to set up the meetup group for people to register. So we have to work out those details, but...
Okay, very good. So
people
is there some contact information people can
People
get
can
to?
always email me at this point.
Okay.
I don't know if there's any... I can type my email into the chat field here if you want to add it.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll do that.
Okay.
Yeah. So anybody can always email me because we haven't set up the other avenues yet.
Okay. Yeah. All right. A lot of work still left. A lot of things to prepare for the class, but it's so exciting. Now we really are reaching out to more people. Thank you for agreeing to do it. Okay, you do fine.
Yeah,
okay.
Thank you for the opportunity to try to help others and to hopefully learn myself in the process.
Okay, very good. All right. Also, I noticed that I look at the screen here between our 4 branches, and I noticed something. Anyone notice anything? Look at the screen of these 4 branch temples we have. Huh? What happened to go forth? It's down there. Okay. You see, the one thing I noticed is that of all 4, Jewel Mountain is the least impressive. See, Jewel Conch already, it looks so nice. I don't know what Venerable Sianan did, but it looks so nice already. So that's very fast. So Korean looking, so impressive. Huh? In contrast, Jewel Mountain is very unimpressive. It's kind of dark. So I ask you, and go forest is okay. One thing first is that those mats we purchase to put on the floor to help for you to sit on. Apparently the Koreans don't like it. None of them uses it. But so I guess they don't like that style. Is there a reason why you Koreans people don't like the tatami style Chinese mats? Huh? Sunim, yes, number 2. Yes, any reason? You can speak in Korean too. We have a translator here who just finished work.
이 바닥이 더 단단해서 좀 앉기 편하고 이 쿠션감이 너무 폭신폭신해서 앉으면은 약간 좀 불편한데.
We like the floor because it is firm, and the cushion, I think it's too soft. So when we try to sit, it becomes a little bit uncomfortable.
Not the Chinese cushion. The Chinese cushion are much tougher, harder than the Korean cushions. I personally do not like Korean cushions at all because they're too soft. They're more like pillows for me. But the tatami style, I feel, have better air circulation underneath. Okay, so it cools you down. You won't build up heat underneath as quickly as your Korean style cushions. True or not? Soju 스님, 원택 스님, what do you think? No? Sangvuk 스님. You have translators now, so today you take a day off. Yeah?
한국에서 보산사에서 이 매트를 주셔가지고 써보려고 했었는데 저희가 바닥에 온돌 장치가 있다 보니 겨울에는 저렇게 좀 얇은 요가 매트를 넣어서 쓰는 매트가 훨씬 더 좋고 여름에도 바닥이 오히려 시원해서 또 두꺼운 것보다 얇은 게 더 좋은 그런 선호도가 있었습니다.
So, Master, and Jew Mountain Temple, we try the mat. But during winter, we have a warm, traditional Korean floor. So, we like to use yoga mat. And during summer, it becomes really hot. So, we prefer to use thin mat.
Okay. I feel it's probably too heavy for your Korean hands. Yes? Number 4.
Jew Mountain Temple raised their hand.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Go ahead, Jew Mountain Temple. Yes, CNN. You are the new abbot now of Jew Mountain Temple. My, how quickly we promote people in our temples. Go ahead. Glad to see you. Yeah.
Thank you, Master.
Okay.
중국에서 보내주신 방석은 무겁습니다. 그리고 더러워지면 세탁이 쉽지 않아요. 그래서 지금 그거를 불길 선칠 때 사용하는데 아직 그거를 그 위에 덮는 카바를 만들지 못해서 그 사용을 미루고 있습니다.
Master, the mat made from the China, actually it's heavy, and also when it becomes dirty, it will be difficult to wash. So we're planning to use for chanchi and fochi. But first thing that I need to do is I need to make a cover, and then we'll start to use more.
Mm-hmm. Very good. That's what they do. They wash the covers like weekly in Taiwan. I was in Taiwan, and we use those mats, and they have to wash it weekly. I had to remove them weekly and wash them. Okay, so that's how they keep it clean. But if you make lighter covers, then it's much easier to wash. In fact, we have these special covers. We have 2 sets of covers so that you can wash them more frequently. Okay, so don't be afraid. Okay. All right, very good. So my question to you is this, and I don't know, that's why I have to ask you. I know most of you go to temples and you have certain expectations of what temples should look like. Okay? For example, in Korea, you see a jewel conch right there. That's so nice and adorned and beautiful. Okay? I'm told that they even have Xienan chose a very fragrant wood for the woodwork right there. Did you realize that? Is that true, Xienan? Xienan disappeared. Yes? Yeah, she says she chose expensive wood there, very fragrant wood. So, wow, this girl here really has class. I'm so impressed. Okay? But in contrast, Jewel Mountain is so barren. Okay, you feel disappointed? You go to a place and it's kind of barren like that. It's like no character, no life, yeah, except for good food, huh? What do you think? Oh no, the Asians, they're not used to criticizing people. So anyway, no comment. Maybe you should have more lighting and maybe a little bit brighter colors for the walls for Jewel Mountain Temple, because it looks a little bit dark to me. Okay, compared to look at the screen, compared to the walls of our temple, Way Mountain Temple, or Gold Forest. Okay, Jewel Mountain is the least bright for color. Okay, a little bit too dark for me. Oh, they turn on the lights. And that helps. Okay. I take it back. Okay. Okay. First impression is very important. Oh, okay. There you go. It's all kimchi lady's mistake. Yes, she has something to say. Go ahead. Jewel Mountain. Did you hear her? We can't hear you. There you go.
우리 보산사 법당은 지금 정면을 보시지 않고 저 뒷면만 보시니까 좀 초라하게 보이는데 지금 실제로 와보시면 마스터 좋아하실 겁니다. 아주 멋져요. 여기가 더 장엄합니다. 그리고 어두운 것은 이 전기를 아끼기 위해서 불을 꺼서 그랬습니다. 커튼을 쳐놓고.
Master, Jewel Mountain Temple, actually you're looking at the back directions. If you looked toward the front, you will be realizing that it's fascinating, it's adorning. And it looks dark because we're saving electricity and we cover the place with the curtains.
Oh, I see. Okay, thank you for clarifying it. It's so bad, folks. We need to have some donations. Very good. This lady has class. Yeah, I think she's trying to ask for donations. Is that right, Che? All right. Okay. Thank you very much. Actually, for a Chan place is not a bad place, but it's not the way that you expect. That's all. As we teach and reach out to you, we need to be more sensitive to your expectations as well. Okay, but for us, the simpler, the better. So your mind is less distracted visually. Okay, you don't have to look at too many things. Okay, so that's good. Okay, another thing too is feel free to ask any questions about anything you feel like. Okay, that you're curious about, that you wonder about, because this Dharma talk here, instructions here are designed to help resolve your questions, your curiosities, and so that when you meditate, they don't arise anymore. Because there are things that bother you, you should ask. Otherwise, they will arise. These things will pop up in your mind when you meditate. So that's why it's helpful for you to ask questions. All right? So does anyone have any questions? Actually, you don't need to wait until now to ask questions. Like when you meditate every day, like we suggest we do, if during meditation, you will have a lot of questions that come up. If you remember after the sit, or something really keeps on popping up consistently every time you meditate, it's time to jot them down, okay? And then ask later. Otherwise, I used to have those problems when I was meditating by myself. Every day, it's like so many questions, and after the sit, I forget about them. Okay, so that's these questions that arise during meditation and keep on arising time and time again. So it's a sign that it bothers you, and therefore you should get them resolved. So feel free to ask questions, because you find out not just the problems you have are just not for yourself. It's quite commonplace, okay? And so don't be shy. Ask any questions anytime, as a matter of fact. The world is still getting worse, and this COVID thing here doesn't seem to go away. It's still around, and it's gonna get worse, because now I heard they're discovering a new variant that even more resistant to the vaccines, and therefore it's rather scary when you think about it. Okay, so please take your meditation sits every day seriously. Please do it regularly, religiously, because it's your best defense is right there. Okay, if you do it regularly, then you likely will be able to fight off the infection if it happens. We're gonna all get infected. There's nothing we can do. Okay, but you can fight them off with your regular sits, and even if you really get infected, we can easily help you. And that's a promise we make to you, is that we teach you meditation. One of the advantages is that it will help keep you safe against the COVID-19. That's what we're trying to do. So far, the last 2 years, we've been able to help you do that. And the funny thing is that if the whole world, does Chan meditation, there would be no need to worry about the vaccines and becoming hospitalized at all. Think about it. Isn't it amazing that the solution is right there, but the scientists and the medical people refuse to acknowledge it, refuse to admit that that really works. Okay, so it's unfortunate. You could save the world a lot of money, a lot of headaches, a lot of pain and suffering, and yet no one takes it seriously. Okay, but that's the way it is. It's called common retribution, and that's what happens to all of us. Even though we're not afraid of the COVID-19, which has all of you have proven that. Okay, even at low levels, you are able to fend it off. You meditate regularly every day. We've proven that. Okay, when we first started, Apple's mother, she used to come only occasionally. She's how old is your mother? 60s? Huh?
68.
68. Wow. She looks so young for 68. Oh. Compared to you. Just kidding. 68. When she first came to our temple 3 years ago, she only would come occasionally to the ceremonies, and she enjoyed the ceremonies. And then during the COVID thing, during the COVID crisis, all the temples shut down, so she had nowhere else to go. She had to come to our temple regularly. And it turns out it helped her build her samadhi very quickly, and because of that, she runs around. She used to wear masks everywhere she went, and even the temples. And after a while, she doesn't wear a mask anymore for the last 2 years, and she's not even sick. Has she ever been sick or hospitalized at Apple? Her level is not very high, by the way, okay? And yet she's able to do that. So you see, this thing here that you should take seriously is to sit every day. It's your best defense against COVID-19, okay? It doesn't matter what strain they're going to come out with. It doesn't matter at all. You will be able to fight it off, push it out, okay? Because our Chan, the way you do it, will generate so much Chan, so much Qi, the Yang Qi, that will fight off the COVID very easily, okay? And if not, I promise you personally, we'll make sure that we will help you fight it off if you get in trouble, okay? I feel that the Apple's mom's case is a proof that you don't need to have a very high skill levels at all to be able to defend yourself against COVID-19. Seriously, think about it. If the whole world takes it seriously, we're all so much better off. Okay, it's gonna get worse. Trust me. So please be careful. Don't waste money. Okay, because it's gonna get worse. Because the scientists and medical professionals haven't figured this one out yet. They haven't figured out that it just scare you. The COVID-19 is designed to scare you, frighten you, okay? But the harm is minimal, okay? They cannot really harm you at all. The proof is that all you have to do is meditate every day, and that's it. You'll be safe, okay? So they can't really harm you at all, okay? Questions or comments? Yes, Jewel Mountain. Huh? Conk? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Conk.
You can hear me? Do you hear us?
Yes.
Okay. So Changpan Singh visited the Sun Center today. He was in the house before us.
Emitofuo.
My name is.
Nice to meet you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Before I operate this temple.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Such a beautiful, beautiful temple.
Yeah, thank you very much too. Because I suddenly decided to move another side. So at the time, I wanted to find another monk to operate this temple.
Yes.
But this Chana together introduce to you, for you.
Yes, yes.
Please introduce the master to him.
Okay.
Anyway, thank you very much again.
Yes.
And I'm very happy to meet you directly.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you, Sinim. Thank you so much. We're very honored to be able to carry on your good work in Bundang, so that we continue to take care of your followers. And I heard that you will move on to a much bigger temple in Seoul. Yes? So congratulations. We're very happy for you. And please continue to do the good work over there. And if there's anything we can do for you, please feel free to ask. I'm sure that you have a lot of work, a lot of problems to take care of at your new place. So we're very grateful you take the time to come and join us today.
네, 제가 예전에 미국에 있을 때, 저기 LA에 있을 때 스님제를 몇 분 방문한 인연도 있었고, 그리고 이렇게 다시 인연이 돼서 정말로 반가운데요. 제가 이제 편안 스님을 통해서 스님의 가르침을 이렇게 참고하고 있습니다.
In the past, he has the chance to visit Master temples a few times in the United States. And then now I was able to meet Shinan in Korea. We started refer to Master teachings these days. So he's our mentor.
네, 그리고 스님께서도 부처님의 가르침대로 이 세계에 직면한 코로나 바이러스를 이겨내고 열심히 고군분투하고 계신데 저도 스님처럼 열심히 수행하고 주위 분들에게 이런 코로나 바이러스를 수행을 통해서 극복할 수 있도록 이겨낼 수 있도록 그렇게 같이 전진적으로 노력하겠습니다.
I noticed that you put so much effort to overcome the problem of this coronavirus.
I can't hear very well.
Hello.
Yeah, better. Yeah, beat on the microphone, it helps.
Hello. Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, better. Yeah, there you go. A few times, slap it.
Because I noticed masters putting a lot of upward efforts to overcome coronavirus and the troubles caused by coronavirus. Just like that, I will put my effort to overcome coronavirus through the cultivation as well.
Okay. I'm sure those are very kind words. We don't understand at all. Can you translate them to Korean and then we translate back here into English here over here? Straight.
So I kind of wrote down a note what he
that's
said.
Scattered. This is the spine has to be straight. Okay, this will cause your chi to be blocked and the curve and everything go straight. When you sit with the chi full here in the dandian, your back will be straight. Okay, so that's why, because that's how the chi flows. When you go like this, okay, it's not as strong. You're crunching here like this. Okay, keep your back straight. Yes.
Master, I'm learning Buddha's teachings like you, and then I heard about your COVID message, and like you, I like to cultivate and eventually overcome the COVID, any COVID problems.
Yes, absolutely. Please just make sure you meditate every day, and you'll be fine. Okay, and should you have any problems, sometimes it could happen. It's very rare. Then we'll be glad to help you out. It's not as you should not be scared. You see, as a Buddhist monk practicing what we do where we are, the one thing that we try to share with you is fearlessness. You should not be fearful at all. Okay. We're not talking about being stupid or taking unnecessary chances with our lives. I'm talking about knowing the real facts. The real facts is that we should not be afraid of the COVID-19 at all. It cannot really harm us if you do the simple meditation the way we ask you to do. Sit for an hour a day, you'll be fine. You should not have any fear. Please keep that in mind. It's very important because if you live with fear in the back of your mind, okay, then it will cloud your mind and you in your whole day. So that's why it's not necessary. You should have no fear for something like COVID at all. I mean, it can't really hurt you if you meditate every day. All right? So Sunim also, Sunim, I also encourage Sunim because he has a lot of responsibilities. He has a lot of people to take care of. He should make sure that have the time to sit for an hour a day. We all should be sitting an hour a day in order to protect ourselves and give ourselves energy to work for the entire day and clear our head as well. Okay, so it's necessary. So if the Sunim does that, it's going to help him tremendously. Okay, especially if you sit in full lotus, it's so much more effective to push out any infection that will come. Okay, the virus will come into our body. That's the way it is. But by sitting, we push them out. Okay? They can't do anything to us. So that's why you should not have any fear. You should live our normal life and do your things. Okay? And that's why this COVID thing is so damaging, because it only instills fears. And so, unfortunately, people don't understand, especially the medical professionals. They quite haven't figured it out yet. But just sit to take care of yourself. And this is a good lesson for all of you to remember that, in this, especially use this opportunity to understand that if you believe in the importance of sitting an hour every day, it protects you against the COVID-19 as well as a host of other infections as well. Okay? So it's very, very, very important for you to take care of yourself first. All right? I have some questions here. Go ahead. The leftmost one. You need to give me a number or something, because I sometimes can't read Chinese, Korean. Yuhanju, there you go. Go ahead. Sorry,
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요. I have to learn,
네.
go back and learn my Korean again. Sorry. Yeah. I've been so busy. I meant to do that. I just can't find the time yet. Yeah. Go ahead.
친구랑 현안 스님한테 배운 대로 결과부자를 매일 하고 있는데요. 하다 보니까 정말 건강이 많이 좋아지는 거를 느끼고 있어요. 그런데 원래 안 좋았던 부분이 좋아지는 거는 너무 잘 느껴서 결과부자를 이제 안 할 수가 없는데, 매일 앞으로 통증의 부위가 매일 달라지니까 앉을 때마다 오늘은 할 수 있을까 하는 두려움이 생기더라고요. 근데 이렇게 언제는 발목이 아팠다, 어떤 때는 무릎이 아팠다, 어떤 때는 허리가 아팠다, 이런 통증이 계속 결과부자를 계속 한다면 계속 이런 통증이 같이 가야 하는 건지 궁금합니다.
Hi, Master. I've been doing full lotus, and I realized that it improved my health. And I understand there was an unhealthy part of me that actually improved. But one thing that I like to talk about is the pain that I experience has different areas. Each time I sit, the painful area changes. One day it will be my ankle, and then the next day it would be my back, and then it just changes. Is the pain will accompany me forever?
Forever, you mean like forever, or?
를 매일 계속 한다면 계속 이런 통증은 같이 가야 하는 건지 질문했습니다.
So if I continue to sit in full lotus, is the pain will accompany me every time I sit?
Anyone would like to feel it? Jungyin Sunim, would you like to feel it? Wontek Sunim would like to feel it? Two.
저는 지금 너무 아픈데요. 매일 앉는데도 계속 아프고 또 아파서 오래 앉을 수가 없습니다.
I sit every day, I experience pain. That just happens every day. And I can no longer possibly sit a long seat.
Okay. Oh no! Don't answer anymore in the future. Okay. Stop it. Anyone else? One Texunim, you you much better luck with sitting, right? You feel so happy, right? Happy and so blissful.
저 같은 경우도 뭐 통증은 같습니다. 통증은 뭐 저라고 뭐 똑같은데요. 그러니까 단지 그 마스터께서 지난 법문 때 말씀하신 것 중에서 통증이 계속 가다가 그거는 결국엔 수행으로 이제 들어가야 되는 건데 가다가 그 통증이 아프다는 생각이 끊어져야지 그 통증이 없어진다는 그 법문을 들었습니다. 그래서 그거는 결국에는 스스로가 해결해야 되는 과제라고 생각합니다. 제가 지금 경험은 없습니다. 저는 예 이상입니다.
It better be good.
대답이 좋았어야 되는 건데. Master, in my case, the pain is same.
What?
I still feel the same pain.
What's wrong with you Koreans?
뭐라고요? 한국 사람 왜 이렇게 문제가 많습니까?
All the Koreans seem to have pain. Sorry, go ahead. I'm so shocked.
생각하십시오. 정말 쇼크받았어요. And last lecture, you mentioned about the pain continues, but something about the thought that you could forget about the pain and you no longer feel the pain. I believe this is something that I need to work on. Unfortunately, I haven't experienced that yet, but I believe that's my homework to do.
Okay, very good. We're running out of time. Anyone else who would like to say, Master Xianqie, what would you say to such a question? 3.
Yes, the pain will go away at times, but it will come back. So it's constantly changing. But if you sit long enough, you can break through that pain barrier and experience the pain to go away. But in the long run, we're always dealing with pain in one way or another. It just may take longer for the pain to build up, but ultimately the pain is what's helping us to make progress. So when we learn to sit and endure the pain, it's actually a very good thing, and it will always be there in some form or another. That's my understanding of it.
Very good. Here's what happens. When you sit, when you experience pain in your legs, it's a good thing. Okay, it will change every day because not every day is the same, right? Some days are hot, some days are cool. So that's how the weather is. Same thing with your meditation sits. So 2 questions, 2 aspects here. Number 1, don't expect the pain to go away. It's not necessary. It's a common mistake that all beginners make is that they are so scared of the pain. They said, when is it going to stop? There's no need. Okay, remember fear I talked about earlier? There's no need to fear. Just the same as COVID-19. It's going to infect us. No need to be afraid of it. All we have to do is push it out. Got that? Same thing with the pain here. It's going to hurt somewhere in our body. Why? Very simple reason. It hurts because the qi is blocked, so that it hurts. Okay? When you sit, the qi circulates throughout the body. Wherever it is stopped, is obstructed, that's where it hurts. Meaning that's where you have some issues. Okay? So if you sit longer, you notice, for example, every sit, it changes, right? It changes from the ankles to the knees to the hips to the back and so forth. It's because it's a proof right there. You sit actually resolve the first problem, the ankle things. Eventually, when the ankle problem is resolved, the qi is no longer blocked. It moves on to the next area, okay? It keeps on moving. Next area, and then next area is blocked. That's why you experience pain somewhere else in the body. And therefore, like Master Xianqie says, when you see the pain or the discomfort when you meditate, it's a sign that your body is not well. It's being fixed. So you should be glad. Okay? It actually is very, very good thing. Okay? It's something that you can fix before it gets worse, before you need to go see a doctor, before you need to be hospitalized. Same thing. COVID-19 enters your body, infects you, you sit, meditate, you push it out. Okay? So you never have to go beyond that, or you never get serious. Same thing here. You meditate and it hurts somewhere in the body. So you should be, you get used to it, okay? Because that shows that part of the body, of your body is not well and it's being worked on. So the pain that you experience during the transits are actually a very good thing for you. Meaning you fixing your body, okay? And don't expect your body to be perfectly healthy. So therefore, every single sit, you should have some discomfort somewhere because it's working on something, okay? Doesn't matter, okay? Your body has a problem somewhere, and as your chi circulates through the body, okay, it will find those places and will fix them, one after another, after another. So don't worry about it. It's just part of the process. And part of the training is that you learn to accept it, embrace the pain because it's good for you, right? Just like you embrace your sister, you know, she can cause a lot of pain to you, but actually embracing her is a good thing. Okay? So that's why you have to look at the big picture. Okay? The pain during meditation is a very, very good thing. Okay? So you should be glad. It's going to happen. It's going to be painful. It's going to hurt somewhere because we are something wrong in our body. Our body is so complicated, so complex, so big that it continually has problems, one after another. Okay? So I wouldn't be afraid. I would be so glad and ignore it. I say, so now I have a problem in my back. Okay? And you sit long enough, it will clear it. And now I fixed my back problem. Okay? In the US, for most people who do not meditate, when they have a back problem, they go see a chiropractor. Okay? And they twist your spine and give you needles, and if you're acupuncturist, and you have to pay for it. And now it will come back. Okay? So actually, your sit makes you improves your health, makes you healthier, and then without having to see a doctor, without having without letting it become worse. Okay? So you see, as you improve, as your skill gets better and higher, you find that here's one thing, folks. Pay attention to this. Do not be arrogant. Okay, the pain will come back to the same place. It will go from your ankle, travel to your ankle, to your hips, to your back, and so forth. Okay, and then eventually, one of these days, the ankle will hurt again. You know why? Does anyone know why it's going to hurt again? Same place, same spot. Anyone? Okay, move on from the Sunnims. Chinese people. Yes, level 2. Why? This is so fundamental. You sit in Chan meditation, you see this. It's going to happen. No one can avoid this. Why is it going to go back to the same spots again? Eventually. Why? So for people to say, the pain will go away, will never come back, it's not true. Okay? I mean, those people never improve enough to see that the same thing occurred, the same place, similar thing. Okay? It's because like the river flows. Okay? When it flows, when the river flows, it will carry away some sediments. Yes? So that it clears out the bottom of the river as it flows. Yes? It pulls the sediments. Yes? The sediments are analogous to your pain, your discomfort right there. Okay? So the chi flow will fix it, pull it away. So it clears it. So far, so good? But however, when the river flows stronger, okay, will carry even more sediments. Okay? That's what I mean. The analogy is that the first level is that you carry the first layer of pain outside, the first problem outside. And then as you improve, the chi becomes stronger. It will now attack the second level. It goes deeper and deeper. Your sickness has many layers. This is a problem that most acupuncturists, doctors don't realize. They think, that you fix it. No, you fix one layer only. And then it'll come back the next layer and next layer. So when I was meditating on my own for a long time, I saw that. I saw wow, it had this layer, then next layer, next layer, next layer. Okay? So be humble. Don't think that you fix the problem. Okay? You don't fix at a certain level right now, and you need to continue to improve to fix the next layer, the next layer, next layer, and so forth. Okay? It's fascinating when you meditate, as your skills improve, you see how it fixes. There are some places where actually it's so stuck, okay, that it needs the way he goes about with fixing it is very fascinating. It twists, okay? It attacks it by twisting it. Yeah. Okay? Yeah. Anyway, it's too much for you. It's a lot more going on you think. So don't be afraid anyway. It will just remember that it multi-layers. So that you fix one problem, you need to fix the next layer, next layer, next layer, and so forth. Okay? Yeah. All right. Any other questions? What do I know? Oh, yes, go ahead. Yongjin. Okay.
Hello, Master.
Hello.
I am a new student starting the meditation for 3 months now.
Very good.
And now I do the meditate. I can do it for maximum 20 to 30 minutes every day. And now I am wondering whether I could be as clever as I was in 15 years old. In 15, I experienced a meditation effect, and that lasted for 1 year, and I became very clever, and my memories improved a lot, and concentration improved dramatically, and that resulted in a very high score in school. So, but now I am almost 40, and I'm wondering whether if I meditate like this for how long, then would I be clear and clever like I was in 15 years old again?
Okay, so she wants a fountain of youth. That's in America, we call it fountain of youth, meaning that instead of aging and getting older, she gets younger. She wants to go back to 15, not stay at 40. What is it with the Asians? She's 40, she looks like she's 20. It's fascinating. Actually, many of our Chan students, they don't age at all. I mean, they actually look younger and younger and younger. It's fascinating. Okay. Anyway, Can you go back and to the smarts of 15? Okay, that's reasonable to ask. I thought she would ask me, can I go like 13 or 12? It would be more difficult. 15 is very doable. Okay, it's impressive that this lady here was meditating and at the age of 15 already. I understand in Korea there's so much competition in schools for young people that they hardly have time to sleep at all, let alone meditate. I'm curious, okay? I'm going to ask you, how could you find the time to meditate? That's fascinating to me. Because the last thing I would think of is to meditate when there's so much work to do. Okay, so your schedule is so full. How could you find time to meditate, and what motivated you to meditate at when you were younger, a lot younger?
That I did is not the same thing that I'm doing right now. That was not a full lotus, and it was very accidental. I was in a school, and a teacher taught us for just 1 to 2 hours for a special class, and she just casually taught us that try to do the meditation by feeling the ki between the hands so that we can maximize and decrease it, and so everybody sit down and just to feel the key exercise between our hands. And that was quite interesting. So without knowing what we are doing, all of our students sit and they try to feel it every day, every time when they have a rest time. So I've done it even at home before sleeping or during waiting for something. I did it because it was very interesting. But as a result, I became really highly concentrated, and I was really, really focused. So my grade goes up sky high. So I was very surprised, and my parents surprised as well. But I didn't know what was going on.
Right. So how long were you doing the key thing? 1 hour?
Well, no, just 15 minutes.
That's
maximum.
All. Wow.
But I've done it very often.
Oh yeah, often during the day.
Yeah.
Just to feel it.
Yeah, just feel it.
We have a guru here. She's kind of weird, but you're more weird than this. That's too much. To feel it between your hands. Wow, Koreans are weird. Anyway, what you were doing is very useful to you to sharpen your focus, okay? And that's a very low-level form of meditation. That's a form of meditation too, okay? But very, very limited, even though it helped you tremendously. What you're learning right now is that full lotus right there. I guarantee you, even at 30 minutes right now, 20, 30 minutes a day, each time, if I don't know you are sensitive enough to realize that your mind is sharper than before. Okay, we'll get sharper, we'll be faster than before. Okay, the difference being that now 15, 16, 17, 18, 25, 35, 40. After 25 years later, okay, your head has a lot more garbage in there. Okay? At 15, you have fewer garbage in your head, so you can see the difference. Now, you have much more in your head. Okay? So it's heavier. Okay? So, but I assure you that your concentration in full lotus, in half an hour, 20 minutes right there, you are a lot more focused than before. That's a fact. Okay? Because the technique matters. Okay? The way you meditate matters. The way we train you and sitting full lotus like that, will develop the concentration very quickly, very, very, very strong as well. So if you continue this way, this sit here, you will get stronger and you will become more focused and will become sharper than when you're younger. The difference is that, again, you have a lot more baggage now, so you need to process a lot more than when you were younger. But it doesn't mean you're any less smart. Actually, you're much smarter. You're much faster than before. But now you just have divided out for more outflows, more problems. Okay? If you continue, the speed will get faster. Every time you improve the next level, your mind is at least twice as fast as before. I'm being conservative. I found out actually 3 to 4 times faster than the next lower level. That's a fact. You'll be so much faster than before. Okay? I give you an example. Because I have a brother who is a professor and he has a PhD in mathematics from University of Berkeley on the field that's the most difficult field in mathematics. Okay, functional analysis, very theoretical, very people who can handle it. So it's very, very difficult. Okay, it's scary, and so he's the brightest. He's more like, if you will, genius level. Okay, he's so fast. Okay, and he's so sharp that he tells me that in most humility, he says, my level is about genius level. I look at it, although the so-called geniuses, they're too slow for me. Okay, that's how fast his mind is. His Chan skill is extremely high as well. Okay, and so he's much faster than I was, much sharper and everything. But after I practice Chan, I'm about 10 times faster in his mind. Because Chan skills, as you improve, okay, your mind is faster and faster and faster and faster. It's fascinating. So folks, when you practice Chan, you improve, you actually are able to resolve problems better and faster than before. It's real. Okay? So my short answer to you is absolutely continue to practice and focus on improving, and you see eventually you find out you can be much faster than you were younger. Okay? You go back to being an infant when your mind is so fast, maybe you didn't realize it. Okay? It's like Rushu's children right there. You think they're playing, but actually they can be faster than our minds. Yeah. Where are they? You see? So the samadhi is very key for us in Chan meditation. You know, I look at people, I look at samadhi first. Okay? It doesn't matter what they do, but the samadhi dictates how fast your mind can function. Okay? Can handle the problems, how quickly you can think. Okay? So in Chan meditation, that's why for me personally, I look at people, so I try to help you develop samadhi power so that you can be faster and faster. You can have more stamina, okay? And you can work much longer, and you more important, also equally important, just this is that you put all that speed, all that smarts to good use, not abuse it. That's very important. What happened is that there are a lot of people who are fast and learn how to do ki like this, you know, and they think it's cool, and then they abuse that skill, abuse that smart, you know. And for us, a part of our Chan sharing with you is that use your smart, use your skills to help others, to make a difference in the world, to help your family, to help people around you. That's why we're doing this. Okay? Okay? So remember that. That's my warning to you is that, yes, you can get back to 15 and a little bit younger, for sure. It's a matter of time, as long as you improve. But make sure it's put it to good use. Okay? You're on the way. Don't worry, you get there. Okay? It's a lot faster than you think. What happens is that your mind is faster, but your head is more full of junk that are stopping you. So part of the process is to get rid of that junk so your mind even faster. It's the junk that's stopping you from making progress. Not because your mind is not faster than before. Okay? You don't have any brain problems, do you? Like the brain not working properly? No? See? As long as your brain works normally, you're faster already. Okay? So, folks, in Chan meditation, why do we tell you to sit longer and longer and longer in full lotus? Because you sit longer, your mind is faster. Guaranteed. Naturally. And you can see the difference when you leap to the next level or jump to multiple levels. You see how your mind is so much faster than before. Case in point, proof. Venerable Sianan at Jewel Conk right there in Seoul, she used to come to the temple, her level is low, and then she participated in our Chan Chi. Okay? So instead of working, she came to the temple and slept at the temple. And she found as she improved, she says, I used to work for 5 hours a day, and I work like 2-3 hours, I'm done. I'm much better than before. I get more done. I spend fewer hours working, and that's why she realized that she's better off becoming a nun so that she can, make better use her life. Is that right, Master Sianan? She disappeared already. Yes, is a question? Does that answer your question? Okay,
yes.
You're on the way. Don't worry. Okay, you will get better.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, not at all. Any other questions? Go ahead. In the Jewel Conk.
말이 잘 안 들립니다. 죄송합니다. 네, 지금 들리나요? 너무 울리는데요?
근데 어쩔 수 없어.
질문해도 괜찮을까요?
아예 안 들려요?
성공 스님 쪽 말은 잘 들리는 것 같아요.
됐다.
돼요?
현궁 스님이 아까 얘기하신 거 잘 들렸어요.
아니, 이거 지금.
들리나요?
천미 씨 목소리는 안 들립니다.
그게 아니라 마이크 설정 잘못한 거 아니야? 컴퓨터로 들어가면 안 되고 마이크로 들어가야 되는데?
물리면서 들리가 없습니다. 지금 어때요?
좀 나아요.
이렇게 막 볼륨, 인풋 볼륨. 인풋 볼륨 키워. 다시 해봐요.
들리나요?
아니, 걔를 마이크 뒤에를 잘 꽂아야 되는데.
지금 현안 스님 목소리 잘 들리고요. 선미 씨 목소리도 아까보다 잘 들려요.
들리세요?
많이 울려요.
그래요? 지금요? 노트북 앞에서 얘기하는 게 나올 수 있을 것 같아요. 다른 분만 들으면 안 들고 있다고 하니까.
그럼 설정 잘되나? 헬로.
네, 여기서 질문 드리겠습니다. 들리세요? 질문해도 될까요?
네.
한국어 사람인데 굉장히 열대가 많네요.
언니 그러면 제가 이거 디스코드 연결해드리고 위로 얘기하셨어.
혹시 한 번 더 시도를 잠깐만 제가 갈게요.
Sorry, it seems like they have some audio issues.
문제가 있는 것 같군요. 질문해볼게요. 우선 보라 선언을 서울 근처에 개원을 해주셔서 너무 감사드립니다.
Can you hear? Yes. Okay, very good. They can hear you. Continue.
좀 얘기해보세요. 천천히요. 네, 저희 집에서 차로 한 30분 정도의 거리에 있는데요. 제가 새벽에 오면은 한 25분 정도 거리로 올 수가 있는데 새벽 3시 반쯤에 집에 문을 열고 나와야 되는데 잠깐만요. 네. 아침에 그때부터 다시 말씀해 주세요. 네. 새벽 3시 반쯤에 집에서 출발하면 새벽 예불을 참석할 수가 있습니다. 그런데 그 시간에 새벽 문을 열고 나오는 게 남편한테 남편이 싫어할까 염려하는 마음이 조금 드는데 그럼에도 불구하고 새벽 예불에 참석하는 것이 수행에 있어서 더 좋은지 여쭙고 싶습니다. 네, 잘 알아들은 것 같습니다.
Master, I live about 30 minutes away from Joel Conk Chan Center. First of all, thank you very much for opening this location. I really appreciate it. So I live about 30 minutes away from this location, and I will be able to come to the early morning ceremony at 3:30 a.m. My concern is that my husband, I don't think he might not like for me to coming here at 3:30 a.m. Should I continue to come, or what should I do?
Do you love your husband? I need to know.
남편을 사랑하려고 노력하고 있습니다.
I'm trying to love my husband.
Good, very good. Don't come anymore. Cultivation is being flexible in accord with conditions. You cannot force it, okay? When you're married, most people still would like to sleep at 3 in the morning. I would not like it if my wife, gets up at 3 and then 2:30 and then brushes her teeth and get dressed and then leaves me alone. That I would not feel good. So it's not a good idea to do that. Okay, unless it's to my advantage that my wife does that. She leaves me in the morning like that. So that's why. So from my perspective, you have to be smart because we have dependencies. You have husbands, you have children, so you have to take into account their needs as well. You should not simply concentrate on your own, say, I like it, this is important to me. But then you need it's a marriage, a relationship, so it's a give and take. You need to adjust, okay? I would not go to the temple at 3:30 in the morning. That's too early, okay? I don't recommend you do that unless your husband agrees to it. Okay, if it's beneficial for him, he'll let you do it. But if he loses out on that, this relationship is not going to survive. Okay, I don't care your wife or your husband is the same thing. You need to make sure that your partner understands and agrees to it. That's much more balanced, much more healthy. Because the way you handle it right now is that you are not consulting with your husband. Okay, he has to agree that it's beneficial to him. Then there's no problems. So you talk it out. This is a thing with I feel that's lacking in the Asians' education. We don't stress enough. We are not as good as the Caucasians, the Westerners. The Westerners, in very early on, I don't know, Master Chienche remembers that they stress talking, they stress communications, right? Parents and children, they talk, and brothers, they stress that. Whereas in Asia, we taught to endure it. So that regime is much better for you to train Chan, but it's not for you to have relationships. Okay, so you have to learn. You have to be wiser and talk it through with your husband and say, I know, honey, when I leave at 3:30 in the morning, I think of you all the way to the temple. You have to reassure him that you're not going to see another man, and that your husband does not have to compete against the temple. Your husband does not have to compete against Venerable Xianan. Okay, your husband is irreplaceable. Are you listening to me, Jumi? Okay, you have to. Okay, you have to take your partner into consideration. Reassure them you're doing it for the good of a relationship, not for yourself. Okay, then it's okay. So that's why unless your husband agrees to it, and so it's a matter of negotiating with him, and court him, after you come back to the temple, bring him back something, bring some food, bring a note, bring him a flower or something. I don't know what you Koreans do to express your love, express your appreciation. That's part of the Chan as well. Because without that, there's no Chan. Okay, Chan is you have to take all of that into consideration in order for you to sit properly and not worry. Because if you go to the temple at 3:30 in the morning and do the morning ceremony at 4, you feel good, but in the back of your mind, you still say, what is my husband doing? Is he worried about me, or is he unhappy about me? Then it's no good. You cannot be single-minded. Okay, so you need to make sure that you talk to your husband and talk back and forth, and make sure that he understands it's beneficial for you. Okay. For example, Jumi's was so bad that the husband decided it's better I send her away to the United States for 3 months, so that he can work on that. And you see, so it's give and take. You need to be smart. Chan is that way. Chan is not, you sit there and if you only have to sit and meditate, it's not Chan at all. Chan is about making sure that you can sit and meditate without being disrupted. Okay? And that means that you need to make sure your partner, your husband, your wife understands it actually is beneficial for you, and which in turn benefits him or her as well, and your children. Okay? So that's part of the Chan practice. Okay? Because unlike us, you have dependencies. You better take care of those dependencies. Okay? So when we teach you Chan, that's part of our emphasis as well, to make sure that you maintain a good relationship. Okay, I don't think we have time to go through that today. Okay, maybe next time. But Yeah, 11:30. Yeah, okay. They better get going then. Yes.
Master, there's a question on Zoom from Chao. Jane's friend, she can ask herself.
Go ahead, ask, and then and then we have to go.
She actually have two questions. The first question is, at what level of Chan can one be able to fight off the virus?
You can by yourself. You can go to third dhyana for sure. You'll be able to fight the virus. Okay. Below that, it might be a little bit difficult for you. Second should be okay. Second dhyana should be okay. But I know for sure Chan, because of Apple's mother. It's clear to me when Apple's mother went to third dhyana, when she came here regularly, she got to third dhyana very quickly. She is able to be fine. I said, yeah, you're fine now. I'm no longer worried about you because she roams around. Okay, so third dhyana for sure. Okay. But like everything else, there's always exceptions. But in general, third dhyana makes you strong enough to be able to do it. And it's not that hard to get the third dhyana. If you come to the temples often and practice regularly, getting the third dhyana I found to be so simple nowadays. Okay, second question.
The second question is, I just started Chan. I can't do full lotus, but just a single leg. Even that, after 10 minutes, I can feel my leg and I cannot feel my leg and feet. I'm wondering how to improve.
Maybe take Master Xianjie's class. Okay, he'll walk you through it. Where are you? She's in China, right? Okay, so it's really not that convenient. The best way is to improve quickly is to come to the temple, because once you get to the temple, you can improve a lot quicker than you were at home. Okay, so that's why Ru Shu sneaks out on her husband at 3:30 in the morning. But if you can't, then you need to be patient. At first, you're starting out, so you need some help to guide you through this thing here. Okay, it's not as hard you think. Okay, most people don't even sit in full lotus and can get the third dhyana as well. Yes.
She's from Montreal, Canada.
Montreal, Canada. Okay, we don't have any way of helping her, so we can take it offline and help her. Okay, if you want our help, we'll be glad to reach out to you and help. Okay, because what this is about we spending time to encourage you to practice, and most importantly, okay, we are so experienced in helping so many people at different levels that if you are serious about wanting to improve, we can reach out and help you and guide you through this process. Okay, because we're doing this because the way that I learned from the Chinese system is that I really swam on my own with the sharks, and I wasted a lot of time. Okay, and it's unfortunate. So we're trying to save you some time. Okay, so reach out to us. Maybe get her name, get her contact information, and we can talk to her and guide her through this. Okay, and help her with her Chan practice. Okay. If you want to, we'll be glad to help you out. Okay? That's our commitment to you. When we do this, it's in order really to do whatever it takes to help you improve. For example, Xiao Jing's mother, okay, she's Look at her. She changed so much. I looked at her and I said, wow, this lady is happy, is in bliss. Okay? And the mother and the sister, they are, that's an American lie, by the way. They seem so happy together, you know, no tension there. It's so wonderful to see that. Okay? That's what you're supposed to do. When you do Chan, eventually you'll be able to improve your relationship to the people that are important to you. Otherwise, Chan is not useful at all. Okay? Maybe next time we'll talk about it. All right. Thank you all very much. Time is up. We need to let the temple people go to lunch. Okay? It's the lunch time now. Thank you all. And we'll see you next time. Okay. Bye-bye. Thank you.